And quite the opposite, though, emotion for Harry Maguire at the moment. Of course, didn't feature in United's win against Liverpool. Martinez and Varane preferred at the back. And red and buried, Harry's World of Pain, captain hooked. Axed Maguire will fight for his future. Robbo, you've been on here a number of occasions and we know how much you like Harry Maguire. What's gone wrong, and is it salvageable at United?
It's going to be difficult for him now. I mean, the worst thing for him was that they played very well at the week against Liverpool, and it changed the whole way they played. I think he can still be a very good player. I still think he can be an excellent player for England. He did well at the European Championships. He's good at coming out with the ball. He's good in the air. He lacks a little bit of pace. Of course he does. But he's been playing in a team for the last couple of years that have had no guidance almost. They've made poor decisions all over the pitch. And he's been under a lot of pressure. He's had stick from the fans. He's had stick from the English fans. So he's a player playing without any confidence. I hope he comes back to prove that he is still a top-class player, or could be a top-class player, but I think it's going to be difficult for him. If there was a chance to move now, and Chelsea at one point were talking about him, I would go. Would you go? Would you orchestrate a move if you're Maguire now?
Oh, he needs to get out of there. He needs to get out of there. I mean, there's so much, poison's the wrong word, but there's so much sort of bitterness towards him for whatever reason, that he's carried a lot of the can. Some of it, you know, he's brought it on himself. Others have been his performances. What's wrong with Harry Maguire, Dan? He went to the wrong club.
Right.
And that might have been down to fees and whatever, but when Man City wanted him and them and United were jostling with the price and United wanted to pay it, if I was him, I would have sat it out to go to Man City for whatever reason, but because I think if he'd have gone there, not that he wouldn't have made mistakes, but as Robbo said, he's working with a top coach, playing with top players, and I think his standards would have been higher. He's gone into Man United. They've been a poor side. They've been coached poorly. He's made mistake after mistake after mistake, and he hasn't handled the pressure. And I think he's let his own standards drop. Now, can he come back from that to be the player that was once valued at 60, 70 million? I don't know, but I certainly know that I think he needs to make a move. And I do think there's an opportunity now for somebody to get him at what we would call, say, a cut price for somebody that's not playing well, but a lot less than what United paid for him. Now, whether they're prepared to take that, I don't know. I mean, they're in cloud cuckoo land if they think they're going to get back what they paid for Harry Maguire. They're not. But it's somewhere around 30 or 40 million, or whatever it is, he can still do a good job for somebody. But I don't think it's Chelsea, by the way.
Could you, for example, say Fofana goes to Chelsea, obviously Leicester then have some money come in for you. Can you take that psychologically? You've gone from being the captain of Manchester United to kind of going back to Leicester City.
Well, he has to, otherwise his career's just going to head down the Swanee.
Right.
Because he is surplus to requirements at United. Yeah, he might play the Carabao Cup or early rounds of the FA Cup, or somebody's got injuries or whatever. But he's clearly on his way out there in terms of being a first 11 player. And then you have to realise you go back in and you rebuild your career. I mean, people like Johnny Evans, who ironically at Leicester City, and Man City were after Johnny Evans at one point, left Man United, went around West Brom, blah, 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 went to Leicester, rebuilt his career and was a stalwart for Leicester. Harry Maguire has to do something like that, particularly with the World Cup coming up. Southgate still likes him, but he won't like him if he doesn't play between now and November.
Jules, could we see Maguire leave United before the transfer window closes?
I think it's a possibility. It won't be Chelsea. There's nothing, I'm being told, between United and Chelsea for Maguire, between Maguire's people and Chelsea either, because Fofana is the priority, and I still believe that the Fofana deal will happen. But yeah, other clubs surely will look at him and see someone that they can help relaunching his career, get his confidence back, make sure that he plays and he goes to the World Cup in good fitness, with good rhythm and good match fitness as well. I think there's something to be done, even if it's a loan with an option to buy. There's a lot of things that can happen, but also Maguire himself will need to want it and to tell United, this is what I want to go now. And his agent will have to work to find him the right club for it. But I agree with the boys. I think right now the situation is so bad in a way that he really needs to get out.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.